And if I press R, whoa, they just all got vaporized by the lightning. They just all disappeared, and that was so loud. Look at this again. Oh, that is epic. You don't even see the lightning strikes, they just disappear. Hello there, Whipper here, and once again, welcome back to another mod showcase. And today I'm going to be showing you guys a mod called the Familias mod, which adds cute little mobs which you can put that float around your head and give you special abilities like the ability to glide and not take full damage, as well as walking on lava. It's a pretty epic mod, and it gives some pretty epic abilities. And by the way guys, if you can shoot for 500 likes for this mod showcase, it would be much appreciated. But I'm going to start off by showing you this brand new item in the game called a fam guide. I'm not sure if you can craft it, let's just check that out. Yes, you can. It's crafted like so, and this enables you to actually choose and equip familiars, as well as see what they do and unlock new ones. So now I'm just going to go ahead and open up this fam guide, which I'm presuming stands for Familia Guide. And I'm just going to right click to open it up, and then you can see on the left hand page here, we've got some information about our currently equipped Familia. And since we don't have one currently equipped, we've got absolutely nothing there. But the right hand page is a lot more interesting. We have a complete list of all of the different Familias available to you in this mod. So at the top here, we've got 1-Up, which is the 1-Up mushroom from Mario, of course. We've also got Chuck Norris. I mean, who else would be a Familia? We've also got a companion cube from Portal. And if we scroll down a bit, we've got the Navi from Zelda, and down at the bottom we've got Squids and Spider Jockeys, which are all from Minecraft itself. And then on the right hand page at the bottom, we've got a button here which says Open Fam Guide. And the way this mod works is you have to pay for certain familiars with experience to unlock them, and if you don't unlock them, then you can't have them. There are a few that you don't have to unlock, so you've got stuff like the chicken, which are by default enabled for you, you don't have to unlock them, but most of them you do have to unlock because they are quite powerful, and they vary in costs, so some of them are really expensive like 30 levels, and some of them are really cheap like 7 levels. But if you press this Open Fam Guide button, you get some information about all of the familiars, and you can cycle between them just by pressing next and previous. So we've got a 1-Up mushroom here, and then we've got chicken, and on the right hand page, we've got a little description about what that familiar does. So this 1-Up familiar revives the player once, and then once you've used it once, it needs to be unlocked again. And if you press the little right hand arrow above the next button, you get some information about how you can actually unlock this. So it costs 15 experience levels to unlock this particular familiar, and I've already unlocked it, so the button is grayed out, but normally it wouldn't be, and you just press that to unlock it. And then on the left hand page, you can equip this familiar just by pressing this equip button, like so, and then you've actually equipped it. And if I actually go to third person mode, you can see there I've got a little 1-Up mushroom hovering next to my head. How cute is that? Little 1-Up Mario mushroom. It's so adorable. And if you actually go into first person mode and look at it, it looks a little bit bigger, because of course you're closer to it. But yeah, so that's how you can actually equip these things. But what I'm going to do for this mod showcase is just go through all of the familiars one by one, showing you what their abilities are and what they do to help you in the game. So first up, we need to test out this 1-Up mushroom, which revives you, so that involves me killing myself, and I've got some nice instant damage potions to do that, so I'm just going to splash myself twice, and boom! Did you hear that 1-Up mushroom sound? That's it working, and now I don't have a familiar anymore. It's disappeared from me, but it has been used up, and I've been revived. I didn't die, I didn't get the death screen, and I've kept all of my items, and I stayed in the same location, which is brilliant. So yeah, that's what that 1-Up mushroom does. And if I go back into the fam guide again, you can see it's disappeared completely, and if I open the fam guide, it's now locked again, and I'll have to unlock it again, like so. And that's how that 1-Up mushroom familiar works. But now let's move on to the next one, which is the chicken, and this one again is available from the beginning, so you don't have to unlock this one. But the description says, player is gliding down for 2 seconds. Thank you for that information. And pretty much what this enables you to do, I'm just going to equip it now. I think I forgot to equip it, didn't I? Yeah, we're just going to equip this chicken now. And look at that, we've got a tiny little chicken that's developed the ability to fly, floating next to my head. Look at that. Actually, when you go into first person, it looks quite huge. Look at that chicken. I can't get it away from me. It's permanently in front of me. No. And his head was just like spinning 360 around there. That was really freaky. But anyway, this thing enables you to glide. So if I jump off here, you can see immediately that I'm gliding, and I can glide gracefully down to there. But let's just do it in a more extravagant fashion. So let's just go to the top of that mountain over there. So let's just go into creative and fly up there and jump off this mountain and see the gliding effect in action. Of course, it only works for 2 seconds. So as soon as it's ran out of like gliding ability and you've been in the air for longer than 2 seconds, you're going to go hurtling back down towards the ground. So 1, 2, and full. And luckily, I had some nice soft water to land in, so I didn't die. But yeah, that's pretty much what the chicken Familia gives you the ability to do. But next up, let's move on to the next one, which is the Chuck Norris one. Yay, Chuck Norris, look how awesome he looks. We can just equip him now, and it says roundhouse kick by pressing R. And you can actually rebind this in the controls menu, I think. Maybe I'm just making this up. Is there actually a control for this? No, you cannot rebind it, so you're stuck with R. So hopefully you haven't got anything bound by default to R. I don't think you should have anyway, but that's how you can actually use this ability. So let's just... I think I'm going to spawn down some chickens. They seem to be the most appropriate ones to test this out on. So here we go. We're just going to spawn down a ton of chickens. Hello, chickens. You're about to go flying. Hope you enjoy this adventure. So I'm just going to press R next to these chickens. And look at that. It's like Fusrodar from Skyrim. Okay, let's try that again. Fusrodar! Yes, that's pretty awesome. Look at them float away. And I'm so sorry about that horrible dragon shout. That was just... really bad. So bad. Anyway, that's what Chuck Norris enables you to do. Look at him hovering around there looking so awesome. Oh, look at that. He's just spinning around my head. So yeah, that's what Chuck Norris enables you to do. And it works on any mob in the game. So even horses, even though they are huge. And I'm amazed how I can actually have the power to throw horses up in the air. Pretty epic. But now let's move on to the next one. So next up we have the companion cube. And this one is a really interesting one. You can see there the description says, player can walk on lava. And it's not kidding around. You can generally walk on lava with this thing. And you're also pretty much fire resistant. I've tested it out by stepping in fire and I've never burned up. So yeah, it's pretty conclusive that you do become like some kind of resistant god to fire in this. And over here I should have like a lava river I've set up just to demonstrate this. So if I go into survival now, just to show you the authenticity of this, so it's not just creative and me flying over it, I'm now walking on lava thanks to this companion cube. Oh, isn't this epic? I'm surprised my feet aren't like burning up right now. This must be so hot to walk on. And I also wanted to... wow, look at that. That's an interesting view. Anyway, what I wanted to show you is I can step in fire and I'm not burning at all. So even though it doesn't say it, you do become resistant to fire, and you'd pretty much have to be to walk on lava. If you weren't fire resistant and you were walking on lava, then you'd pretty much just burn your legs off, wouldn't you? That'd be awful. Imagine the heat rising up from that lava. But there, yeah, that's pretty much what this companion cube does. But now let's go back into the fam guide and move on to the next one. So next up we have the Enderman. And this one's pretty much just got like a positive and negative side to its ability. You can teleport by pressing R, so wherever you look you'll teleport to, but it does cost you 2 hearts, like ender pearls do. But you can equip this, like so, and now we've got a massive floating Enderman. Actually, it's quite diddy, isn't it? I wonder if you can actually pick up blocks, because it seems like it's pretending to hold blocks, but it's not actually holding blocks. But pretty much what you do is you just aim where you want to teleport, press R, like so, and I've now appeared on top of a tree. That's probably not where I was aiming, but that's where I've ended up as well. So yeah, and there is a range limit to this, so I can't teleport all the way over to that mountain, but I can teleport to like there, but there is a limit. And no, why is it always raining? Just get rid of the rain. I hate rain, it's so annoying. But you can just teleport around, and I'm going to die if I keep doing this. But that's the ability the Enderman gives to you. But now let's move on to the next one, which is the Fairy. And the Fairy is pretty much just an upgraded version of the Chicken's ability, so it gives you no fall damage and the player is gliding down in a similar fashion to the Chicken, but it just has no time limit. So let's just pop over to that mountain or hill over there. It's not really a mountain, it's not really tall enough for it. I'm not really sure about the classification statistics for a mountain, how tall they have to be, but we're just going to pop up here, and then we're going to jump off and hopefully gracefully glide down to the ground and take no fall damage whatsoever. So we're just going to glide down to this tree, land on the tree, no damage at all, and we glided for about, I don't know, 4 seconds or something, so a lot longer than the Chicken. But now let's move on to the next one. So here we go. Next up we have Herobrine. Ooh, this is scary. We've got Herobrine. You can now have Herobrine permanently attached to you. So this one's pretty much the same ability as the Enderman. So you can teleport around just by pressing R, like so. I can teleport over here, then over there, and now I'm on top of a tree again. It really likes to teleport me on top of trees. I'm not really sure why. But this is really freaky because when I look right, look at him, you can always see Herobrine in your view. Normally Herobrine's kind of elusive and you can't ever see him in your world because he doesn't exist. Sorry to crush your dreams, but he's just not in Minecraft. He might have been in one past version, but he's not. But now you can have him as a Familia and he's just floating around in your view all of the time and you can't get rid of him, which is probably even scarier than having him being elusive and very rare. But yeah, so that's Herobrine and what he enables you to do. But next up, let's move on to the next familiar, which is the Iron Golem. And I love this one because it's really helpful when you're fighting mobs and stuff. So if I turn it to nighttime and spawn down loads of zombies, oh well, actually I'm just going to do 3. You can see that the Iron Golem is actually attacking these zombies, throwing them up in the air, doing about 2 to 4 damage, and then they also have the 1 bit of damage from their full damage. And look at that, they're just being decimated by my Iron Golem. I don't have to do anything, I just have to stand here and watch them die, which is brilliant. There is a limited range though, it seems to be somewhere around 5 to 10 blocks, and if you're outside that range, the mobs won't be affected by your Iron Golem. But look at this, these mobs are just dying thanks to my Iron Golem. I don't have to do anything, they're just gonna die. I wonder why they weren't going after me. Maybe it's because they were focusing on the Iron Golem and not me. I'm not really sure why that would be the case, but they really weren't trying to attack me. But yeah, that's pretty much what the Iron Golem does. But now let's go on to the next one. So next up we have the Navi. Oh yes, the annoying Navis from Zelda. Oh, hey, listen, hey, that kind of thing. Sorry, I can't get my voice high enough to do that, but the description here says, annoys you if diamonds or emeralds are nearby. So it pretty much just alerts you to the presence of diamonds or emeralds in the vicinity of the area surrounding you. So I can just equip this now, and now I've got Navi next to me, and it's going to start saying, hey, listen, if I come anywhere near diamonds. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this, because I don't really have anywhere to go. I think I did put a hole somewhere in this world, which led me down into a cave system, which might have some diamonds in it. So yeah, over here we've got some glass. So if I just dig down here and go into this cave system, we might be in luck and find some diamonds. Anyway, you can see there, it's saying, hey, listen, hey, listen, hey. Anyway, I think it's pointing over this direction. It does go higher and higher pitch the closer you get to the ore. No, that's lower pitch. What about if we go down here? Oh, that's really close. Where is it? I don't even know anymore. Can I get a torch? Let's get a torch. Come on. Okay. Oh, wow. It got really dark then. It's got to be somewhere around here. Come on. I really want to find this diamond so I can show you that it works. I'm going to have to give up, guys. I just can't find it. And as you can see, this Navi is just completely useless at locating diamonds. It just permanently says, hey, listen, at different pitches. And it's not very descriptive. If it just like flew towards the location, maybe it'd be more useful, but it just makes some sounds and I just can't locate it. I mean, look at the mess I've made down here. I just cannot find it. I know it's somewhere around there, but I'm just never going to find it in a month of Sundays. So we're just going to fly back up. I'm not really sure where I came in. I think it was up this direction, and then we're going to move on to the next familiar. Look at that. It's a really deep hole, this. So, next up we've got Knotch, and this one's really overpowered. This one spawns lightning at enemies by pressing R, so any enemies in the area around you are going to get struck by lightning. So I'm just going to equip this guy. Now we've got Knotch floating around me to give me moral support. Look at this guy, so proud. Anyway, we're just going to send it to nighttime and place down loads of mobs. Yep, loads of zombies. And if I press R... Whoa, they just all got vaporized by the lightning. They just all disappeared, and that was so loud. Look at this again. Oh, that is epic. You don't even see the lightning strikes, they just disappear. Boom, gone. Oh, that is so satisfying to just kill all of the aggressive mobs by doing that. Let's try it with creepers. Oh, and they're all gone. I was expecting them to be supercharged, but no, they just get vaporized. Wow, that's like Daleks and they're exterminating. That's pretty much what it is. They don't get struck by lightning, they just get vaporized. Bye-bye, never gonna see you again. So yeah, that's what Knotch does. Really overpowered ability and really fun to use. But now let's move on to the next one. So next up we have the Ocelot. And you can see here it says faster sprinting and it's not kidding around. So let's just go into survival and sprint. And you may be able to notice I am sprinting faster than usual. And I now have a floating miniature Ocelot around me. Isn't that just adorable? It's a shame you can't actually have like cats and the different kinds of cats floating around you. But I'll deal with Ocelots. As long as he doesn't steal all my fish, that shouldn't be a problem. But you can see I'm sprinting faster than usual. So that's what this little familiar does. But then next up, I'm probably going to die if I leave it at night time. Back to daytime, probably going to die. Oh, we've got zombies everywhere. This is a really deadly situation. But let's just go back and move on to the next one, which is Rana. And what just splashed me? Oh no, not a witch. The last thing I want is a witch right now. Get away, witch. No one likes you. Oh, you're chasing after me and now there's a baby zombie. There's always a baby zombie in my videos. But you've probably noticed already that I'm jumping super high. And that's the ability of this Rana. I mean, look at this. And also, I believe it does take away full damage. Let me just check this. Yeah, no full damage. So you can jump off really tall mountains and you won't be damaged at all. And you can jump super high. Let's actually test how high you can jump. So here's a tree. It's about 3 blocks above the ground. And I can jump jump comfortably on that. In fact, I jumped 5 blocks and a bit forward. So I'm presuming 5 blocks is how high you jump. You just hold down the spacebar to jump higher and higher. So it's a little bit different to jump boost. You just jump higher and higher the more you press space, up to a limit of 5 blocks. And that's what Rana does. Pretty useful. And look at that, we've just got a miniature model of Rana floating around my head. Isn't that so adorable? Look at those ponytails or whatever they're called. So cute. Anyway, now on to the next familiar. So next up, we have the skeleton. Surely we must be drawing this mod showcase to a close. There's so many of them. I think this is near the end. So let's just equip this skeleton. And this skeleton, as you have read there, it fires arrows at enemy mobs. So again, it's time for nighttime. And we're going to spawn down... Wow. It just keeps going black for some reason. Must be a shader glitch. Anyway, here we go. Just going to spawn down some zombies. And hopefully, yep, my skeleton is attacking these zombies. Look at that. They're just getting murdered by my skeleton. I don't have to do anything. Even though it's not very effective. The skeleton is literally doing 1 damage. That is the most useless skeleton. Oh, it did 2 damage. I lie. That's much better. It's the most useless skeleton ever, though. It's firing so... intermittently, and it's barely doing any damage to these mobs. I'm just much faster at killing them than my skeleton is. I wish you could like have multiple familiars, so you could have like 30 skeleton familiars floating around your head, and then maybe it'd be a little bit more useful. But now let's move on to the next one, and let's see what the next one is. Let me just go along. Next up, we have the Snow Golem. This one throws snowballs and deals 1 damage. So let's equip this guy. Does he only throw snowballs at aggressive mobs? I think that might be the case. So, are you going to fire snowballs at this zombie? Yes, you are. I can't even see the snowballs, but I think you are. Oh, there they are. I think they're coming from my head, aren't they? Let me just check. No, they're coming from him. It just looks really weird with this perspective. Because I'm seeing him in front of me when he's next to my head. That's really freaky. Look at that. I can just spin around and see this happy... snow golem floating around me. Or is it a snowman? I think it is a snow golem. No, it's not a snow golem because it hasn't got the pumpkin head. What am I talking about? So yeah, he just fires snowballs at enemy mobs, aggressive mobs, and does like 1 damage to them. Pretty worthless, but it does keep them away from you. But now, next up, we've got the spider, and the player is able to climb walls while holding left shift. Now, this is a really interesting one. Have we got any vertical cliff faces I can test this out on? Let's have a look. Over here, we've got a vertical cliff face. Let's just check that out. So, yep, we're going to pop over here, and we're going to set it to daytime again so we can actually see some stuff. And we're going to climb up this cliff face using this special ability. So I'm going to press left shift, and wow, it generally works really well. Look at that. I can just scale this cliff face really easily, like so, and I've got a floating spider around me, which is really creepy. Oh, that is so creepy. There's a floating spider. Ah, it's like having like a spider crawling across your glasses in real life. You just can't get rid of it. Where is the spider? Oh, it's on my face. Oh dear. That's pretty much what this is like. But it's really useful to scale really tall mountains and cliff faces and stuff like that. Really awesome familiar. But then next up we have this spider jockey, which attacks mobs with arrows and also enables you to climb walls. And I'm not going to show you this ability because I've already shown you both of them. This is just a combination of the skeleton familiar and the spider familiar's abilities combined together, so it's pretty useful. And then next up, finally, we've got the squid, which I haven't unlocked for some reason, so we're just going to unlock that for 5 experience, and this one enables the player to stay longer underwater. So we're going to equip this, set my health to full again, and if I jump in some water here, we've got some quite deep water here, and then start to see how many bubbles I've got. Hopefully no mobs come to attack me. Yep, how long does it take for the oxygen bubbles to be depleted? Not even lost 1. So it seems to give you some water breathing effect. As you can see there, I'm not losing any oxygen bubbles, which is pretty useful. So yeah guys, that's pretty much everything in this familiars mod. Pretty awesome. You can have some familiars that float around your head and give you special abilities in the game and look cute as well. I mean, look at that squid just floating there. Isn't he cute, flying around? And can I put him in lava? That's probably what I'm thinking right now. What about... Oh, whoa! Oh! Wow. Okay, I just saved myself there. But look at that. Now the squid is in lava, but he's not dying. That's a bit of a shame. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed this mod showcase, please remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I'll be seeing you next time. Mwahahaha.